So we discussed about from identification to discovery and analysis, redesign, implementation, control, process monitoring step. In analysis step, there was qualitative and quantitative. What is linked? It all links to process monitoring step and re-engineering step, especially qualitatives, root cause analysis, which includes YY diagram and cause effect fish diagram, which has issue and factor, and you find major contributing factor, and you'd find major causal factors will be used in variant analysis as root cause analysis when you find different things. I will talk you more later. So if we see one by one, then in process redesign step, there is Utterbeck-Abernethy phase model, which is when innovation goes down, then business process and innovation goes up. This is Abernethy model. And process redesign step, the important thing is making a to-be process model from descriptive as-is model to prescriptive process model. We can define it by a lot of classification. There is by ambition, which is between transformational and transactional. By ambition in transformational, it more to explorative and revolutionary thing. Business process re-engineering is here. They put into question, but in transactional step, they do explorative and evolutionary step, which is they identify and solve problem incrementally. And heuristic process redesign step is one of the process, and they don't put into question. And by nature, we can divide it as analytical and creative. Analytical is more to integration of works, creative to more separation of works, and analytical is more outcome driven, and creative focus on more human creativity. And by perspective, there was inward-looking view and outward-looking view. In inward-looking view, you see the redesign step from inner organization's view. So the very popular process is re-engineering, which is business process re-engineering, BPR. We call it BPR. It has 4 characteristics. This is first, capture information at one place, which is when you transact 15, when you purchase it from order, purchase it from vendor, then there will be purchase order. Then you need to send it to account payable and other database, other place, which is storage. But if you have database, then you don't need to send it. You can just capture the information at one place. And subsume information processing work is also important. And you should use output of the process to drive the process. Like if you save the information at database, then you can use it, the department who is at store and storage, they can check when the product came, then they can compare with purchasing order whether the product come here correctly or wrong. Then you can reject order or you can accept the product. And first is put the decision point where work is actually performed. Some BPMN model, when you see it, then after we check it, and decision point is go later, so they reject or accept it later. Then it's like resource is consumed. But if you can early decide in after checking some product, if they have decision point, then they can reject it. They don't need to go more and more step. So this is also one of the principle of BPR, which is business process reengineering. And after that, we will move to process monitoring step. In process monitoring step, there is dashboard and process mining. In dashboard, there is operational and tactical and statistical dashboard can exist. In operational, WIP is in here, and tactical cycle time is here. In tactical, usually two-dimensional dashboard, which is bar chart or pie chart. WIP, you saw this in quantitative analysis, which is arrival rate multiply cycle time. You can check resource and this in tactical dashboard, you can check resource and things. And after that, and also in this case, there is process aware info system. Business BPM is also one of the info system, which is consist of process working handler, engine working handler, external service, and monitoring tool. And also there is another info system like ERP, SGM, PLM, MES, CRM, which is ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP. You usually use it in procure to payment. BPM is manage all this system, but not executed. ERP and SCM, other things are really executed. After that, we will go to process mining. First, there is automate process step, which is there is process map. Process analysis. Automate process. There is process map and BPMN. In process map, there is log filter. In log filter, there is case attribute and event attribute. In case attribute, there is attribute log, time-based log, and performance, test, repetition log. And in event log, there is attribute, time frame, and time in between log. What they do is checking the log, and there is three important log, which is case log, case ID log, and time frame. And what was it? After that, we will do conformance checking. There is rule-based conformance checking and model-based conformance checking. There is three main ones, which is flow conformance checking and SLA conformance checking and resource conformance checking. In flow conformance checking, we usually do mandatory check, which means when we usually use minimum filter, so we check is there anything was not executed. And in SLA, we usually do temporal analysis, which is from we use path filter to from which process to which process, how many times are needed to execute it. And resource conformance check, we check using path. So is there any employees who didn't work or difference between employees is what we're checking. And after that, we usually do performance mining. There is usually three things in performance mining, which is bottleneck analysis and workload analysis and rework analysis. In bottleneck analysis, we usually check handoff bottleneck, which is in between the each process, how many times are they needed? And activity bottleneck is how many times the activity itself has consumed them. Resource bottleneck is because of many incoming arc, maybe there can be another bottleneck happen. So there is three types of bottlenecks. And in workload analysis, workload performance mining, we usually check total frequency or total duration. So how is it over workload or lower workload? We check it. And in rework bottleneck, in rework performance mining, we check is there any self loop or is there any short loop or is there any indirect loop? So we can check it and we can fix it. And after that, we usually do variant analysis. There is three type of variant analysis, which is performance. First one is performance to check was it slower or was it faster? Second is logical variant analysis. We're using case attribute, which is in process map, there was case attribute to check was it the problem of some case ID's problem? And there's another thing was temporal analysis. We use log frame to check how many times between variant. So maybe there was the time was the problem. So I shortly reviewed and see you next time.